Well, folks, this is the 10-mile mark on North Shore Road. This is looking west, or rather, this is looking east, and this is looking west here. And the area that I'm interested in is the south side of the 10-mile mark. That's what this is on January the 13th, 2022. I'm going to take a video hike about an eighth of a mile from where I am now. This is some slides of about halfway. Here's another one. And the video will be another couple of hundred yards from this location. And the big thing that's I find interesting in this one little area through here is these Pepperite formations. Basically, it's when volcanic material comes in contact with wet sediment, and the hot volcanic material causes the water and the sediment to just boil and explode, causing the magmatic or volcanic material to just break up into fragments, and then it mixes with the sediment to form these unique structures called peperites. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that correctly. Throughout this area, I'm noticing large blocks of vesicular basalt. Coming up on one here is one of these peperites. They're very unique looking structures. And this little walking video is just going to be a small part of this area. I do plan to come back here several times. So this is part two. I'll have a part three and part four, maybe a part five. But that right there is pretty interesting. Pretty interesting material. You pull out little fragments of vesicular basalt, and then the rest are just small fragments welded with sedimentary material in that particular location. And in the background, there's Black Mesa. Today is a bit overcast, and my GoPro is having issues with the overcast. I do plan on coming back here on days when it's cloudy but much brighter. But this whole area here is just so fascinating with volcanic tuff. And upcoming is walk down into this bed of tuff. The lower layer has this greenish color to it, and then there's a separate layer of white tuff or some kind of material. But here we're coming up on this very unique tuff that has this color of green. I don't believe I've ever seen it. Anytime I think of green around these areas, I'm thinking that it's the presence of olivine in the material. Here's another example of lava hitting that yellowish tan sediment that's out here. But there you can see a good view of this green tuff. If anyone can explain the green color other than the presence of olivine, feel free to write a comment, hopefully to bring us some more clarity into what's occurring here. Same with anything else one should see in this video. Feel free to write a comment to um, add more information to the geological activity here. This video is basically part two of my presentation last week. Walk through this area. The tuff in this right in this area here is very tough. This must have been underground for a while, and possibly when it did land, it was very hot, so it fused together. Some of the tuff in other areas is rather brittle. But you can see that green layer on the bottom there, turquoise green, and it's pretty tough material. It's compacted really good. But there's an upper white material, tough like material too. But anyway, my focus in this video is mainly this formation that's up ahead here. It's another classic pepperite exposure. You have the fragmented lava or magma pieces intermingled with the sediment in this location. Turns out that red sandstone is through here. There's a vesicular basalt piece. Um, and so the red sandstone in contact with this volcanic material when it went through here. And the ages through here anywhere from 13 to 8.5 million years when you take into the level wash member, the red sandstone unit, and the black mesa volcanics. But this is a really unique little area right here. I think classic pepperite formations or appearance. Right after this little segment here, I'll have a series of close-up slides of this particular formation. Hopefully they give a little more detail. And again, if anyone has experience on what this is and can add additional information or corrections on my part, feel free to write a comment. Again, this will be part two, my video. Part two, I'll have other videos where I'll hike in other areas around in this general location to see other more interesting things in the weeks to come. But you can see the lower layer down there is that red sandstone. That material is real hard down there. It's been subjected to all this heat. It's much harder than the red sandstone that's a few feet to the left here. It's further down. It's softer. Anyway, here's a series of slides that hopefully give more detail. As you can see, the fragments and then the sedimentary material mingle together. Now I'd like to go back and take a second look at that green tuff formation just ahead before I head back to my truck. And that was another example of that mingled sedimentary material and volcanic material. Well, what's interesting is this white material on top pulled a sample out of it, and it's very lightweight and vesicular. It's almost like it's a pumice, that material right there. Very lightweight. Could that be a pumice, or is that another type of tuff that has vesicles through it? Now, the green tuff, that material there is very hard and has some weight to it. Now I start walking back to my truck. That's good. That's an eighth of a mile of hiking through this really fascinating area here. Just love these little hikes through here. Some more of that pepperite appearance. Another piece of vesicular basalt. There's a number of specific areas in this general area here that I can come back and explore and do videos. So in the weeks to come, I'll provide more information on some features that are like 100 yards in either further south or to the east or west of where I am right now. It's so fascinating. I just got to come back here again and again. Well, anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to write a comment on anything you've noticed to bring further clarity or additional information.